Well then, I have a little bit of time to go over every mainstay 20Q artificial intelligence that I have in my collection. And when I say mainstay, I don't mean the themed ones. Like I have um, Disney People Rock and Roll Music, People, which means People V2. I've never seen People V1 for sale, but you know it exists. But no, I'm gonna go over the mainstays. I actually have a mainstay that was actually supposed to be a gift, but it came used. I didn't want to give my friend a used gift, so frick the seller who lied to me. Anyway, the first one is confusing, actually, believe it or not. You see this? This is actually a 1.0. Oh, something on the screen. Yeah, this is a 1.0. And the thing about this one is that this is the only 1.0 that has a backlight switch. That's what that is. Let me see if I can get it to show up on camera. And unlike, say, a regular 1.0, which I will get to that context later on, oh my god. So, on this one, it's a red screen, but it doesn't... Normally, 2003s don't have, like, these at the end. They're just, like, those and the edges are flat, and the screen isn't easy to read. That's actually the way this one was advertised in later models as well. But, this is a red screen with black text, where it's the other way around on all other versions of the game, except for the 3.0 and, the 3.0, Disney, I think Star Trek, Simpsons, Harry Potter, music and sports, music V2, all the themed ones, but the traditional one, I think the only traditional one that, the other traditional one that does besides this one, is the 3.0, and thankfully I have that, and that'll be the third to last, and the last one is going to be a pain to go over, by the way. But this is a gold edition of the 1.0. Oh, there's so much stuff on the screen. This is also the most sought after, if I had to wager guess, because this is the only ever release of the 1.0 that's actually readable. Funny story about the 1.0. The 1.0, I believe one of my friends has the original. The first version is always like a transparent bluish purple thing. The screen was just like there. Again, it didn't have like the edges or whatever. But then later, in I believe 2005, I think, they re-released it, but it's still the same thing. Just add more colors. Bluish purple, blue, orange, and green, I think. I'd have to look it up again. But this is a 1.0, I can tell, because there's no undo button, and the sound font is the exact same. That's another way I can tell 20Q games apart, is the sound font. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, 1.0s are in general like really quiet as well. Let's start with a layout. 1.0s only have 4 face buttons if you exclude sound and reset. Unknown, no, on yes, new game. Sometimes, and there's reset right there. And then that's sound, but I don't really include that because you don't need that during gameplay. But then on the sides, these actually scroll the game's text speed. Not a lot of people actually know that. There's one on each side. See, I can speed up and slow it down. Now, I'm not going to play all of these because, you have to do it within 20 questions. Or if you... On the old ones, it'll ask 5 more questions. I think the only modern one that doesn't do this is the 20Q Next Generation. Also regarded as the best 20Q game, and thankfully I'll be getting to that. But, I don't care if I'm doing order of release. I'm trying to do an order of release, but to the best of my ability, at least. This was not meant to be for me. I know people are going to ask why do I have this. But it was open box. The seller claims it was brand new. It came in the box, but it was open box. This is 20. This is a 20Q junior 20Q whatever. Oh, get off. Which actually, there's two versions of this, and they're very hard to tell apart because this is a standard version of the game. The special edition actually has like cyan, like blue colored buttons instead of white ones actually. Also, I don't know if it's just mine, but mine's kind of glitchy, even with new batteries. Yeah, I just put batteries in this thing. The text scrolling buttons are on the sides, not like on the side of the unit. And what's really cool about this one is this actually comes off. Because those are actually interchangeable discs for, like the discs are interchangeable. There's 5 double-sided ones, I got all 5 of them. But it's mainly there to have your child think of something, and they can think of an object for 20Q to guess. I don't think the sound font is the same, though. I can't remember. I haven't played this in a while, for good reason, though. No, it has the sound font of a 2.0. And I forgot, this one has black text on a red background screen. I forgot. But here's the button layout. Text speed. Sound. Unknown. No. Reset. I don't know why that's a lot bigger because it was made for our little kids after all. On yes, new game. Sometimes. Undo. Oh yeah, I think this is the first one that uses the 1.0 artificial intelligence that adds the undo button, and you'll see what I'm talking about later on. And there's the ever text scrolling button. Again, I wasn't planning on actually having this, but seeing that it's collection relevant at this point, I'm just going to keep it because, you know, reasons. I think this came out... I'm still confused chronologically, but I do know they both operate sort of the same. But 20Q big screen, which I recommend for people who have not a lot of vision like I do. But this is 20Q big screen. This is not my first one. I still have my first one. My first one was a gift. 20Q big screen is probably my favorite. And let's just get this out of the way. It looks just like an alarm clock. Because it does, and it's hilarious. This one also adds the undo button, if I can find it. There it is. On this new game, sometimes, undo, text scrolling, sound, no, rarely, forgot they add that there. I think this was the first one to add that. Unknown, resets, and this is my red one. Mine's also high-pitched. My second one is high-pitched, apparently. I've had my first one for a while, but still. This is the original screen style, by the way, where it was red text on a black background. This is also a good version of the 1.0 intelligence, if you want. Did that in air quotes because they added both rarely and undo that was not on the original. My favorite thing about this one, aside from aesthetics, is its sound design, by the way. But anyway, on to the 2.0s, and you'll see why I said that. The 2.0 looks drastically different from its original, from the later releases, actually. An original 2.0 came in a variety of colors, and came in a drastically different shape, believe it or not. It looks more like an egg, rather than a globe. This is my only 2.0. Only original 2.0 at least. And if I can tilt at the right angle, you can see question marks around the border. That's pretty clever, actually. But this one has slightly different layout for the buttons. There's undo, unknown, no, on yes new game. I don't know why it says on, but it is on yes new game. Sometimes sound, text, and actually reset is on the back. Camera, focus, seriously. Best I can do. Oh wow, camera, you hate this one. It's red on black. This is the first 2.0 in existence, not the first like version of the 2. Oh no, it's the first version, but it's not the first color of the. Or no, wait, crap. That's always confusing because there's a lot of these shaped 2.0s. Like I had the funky purple one, which was white on the outside and purple on the inside with gray buttons, but it played the exact same way. I'm stalling. Let me move on to my favorite 2.0, actually. A lot of later 2.0s especially had the original globe design. And I think that is 10 times better. Holy frick. This one also has a backlight switch. What's important to note is that the People V2, Music V2, and Sports V2 all have this, and so does the television one. Which, fun fact, television has only been released once. This has a very digital sounding sound font, believe it or not. And this is a grassy green spring colors variant, which is one of my favorites because with these design ones, it might be kind of hard to see on camera. Like that, for example, the pattern is always different. It's always completely different to the design of each individual unit. It doesn't matter which color you get. It's always going to be a random. Always going to be a random pattern. That's pretty cool. But here's the layout. Text scrolling buttons on the sides. Undo is right here now. Unknown. Sound. No. On yes. New game. Reset. Sometimes. And there's the backlight switch. Again, I'm not going to play all of these. I'm not going to play any of these, actually. Was there a gap in between before the 3.0? Frick. I'm trying to remember. I'm looking, I don't think so. And after the 3.0 came the Technosource version of the artificial intelligence, which is a lot better. And after that, it's rock bottom, by the way, so whatever. This is my blue 3.0. I went with the blue one because I remember wanting to get a blue 3.0 when I was a kid. That's where the backlight switch would have been. It's not there. It's just like a flat panel thing. Sound design is very different in this one. It's also a lot smaller. Not smaller. Smarter. Why did I just confuse those words? Yeah, it's a lot smarter than the 2.0, and that's telling because this came out in 2009, believe it or not, if I can see the circa. Oh no! I think all the information. I think all the information came off, but I don't really care. I'm just trying to find it. Whatever. It did come out in 2009, which alongside the Disney 20Q, which I do happily have because, you know, Disney, why not? This was the last mainstay 20Q manufactured by Radka. They handled Radka from 2003 all the way to 2009. And then Technosource took over, and I'll get to that next. Here's the sound design for this one. I can't really play these because they take forever and I don't want to bore you guys. Oh, there's my hair. Oh. But yes, this one has a lot more personality. I unfortunately can't show it. I might do like individual videos like I'm doing with like my Simon retrospective to make it a lot less boring. Because it is pretty cool. Because I don't want to do it like an entire video of playing each one. That'd be stupid. But this is the metallic blue one. People are going to say it's purple. No, it's a metallic blue. And also, I need to point this out. The round shape 2.0 also came in this exact color. I had it once. It had the backlight switch and it had the sound font of the spring green one. I can find it real quick. Reference. Yeah, I used to have it. It had the exact same sound font as this clown. But then something happened in 2011. Radical lost the rights to the 20Q license. But thankfully, 20Q Next Generation came around. And that is probably the smartest version of the AI I've ever encountered. Period. It is one of my favorite versions of the AI. For one, the game actually has a fully functional on and off switch, so there's that. This is actually the Mega Screen Edition, which that means that it runs on 3 AAAs. That's the speaker grill. The buttons don't have writing on them. Like, they're just like engraved into the buttons, so I'll go over them. Bottom right, we got yes. Below that, we got sometimes. Below that, we got rarely, making a comeback, actually. Next to that, we got no. Or no, let me do that. Starting on the bottom right, we got yes, followed by sometimes, then rarely, then no. Skip, that's a really useful feature. That goes, that's the top left, by the way. Sorry, at the top left part. Undo. Volume, and it has more than one volume control, thank God. And text scrolling speed. I will show off how flashy this thing is, literally. It's really cool. Yeah. Let me find the, doesn't start on full volume. Let me show you what I'm talking about, though. Really cool. Yeah, it's got like these really cool lighting effects. It is a cool version of the game. Probably the smartest version of the game. You'll see why I brought that up, especially in a little bit. I would show this one off because it has a lot of personality, even more so than the 3.0. That's because that's because it was primarily handled by Technosource. There we go. Also, I'm going to do this because it's really cool when it shuts off. Hopefully it doesn't take too long because I want to show this off. But we just have a little like, oh, I'm here, still animation thing. The lights are on the screen also dim when it does that, by the way. If I can get to do it. Come on. Show me the animation, not the information. Oh, here it goes. Yeah, it's dimming and everything. That's really cool. It's very hard to see because it's just like so faint. I love stuff like that. I think it's gonna shut off too. I'm gonna shut off manually, but I'm gonna show you what it does. It will do it by itself, but I'll shut it off manually after that. Yeah, if you leave it alone for too long, it'll actually let you know it's going to sleep. But then something absolutely terrible happened in 2018. And it's something that should not be allowed in my house, and it's not recommended to any 20Q enthusiast at all. I'm not even sure if it's going to pick up on the microphone, but this is 20Q Classic, and it's very, very quiet. That's why I said it's not going to pick up on the camera. I mean, it looks cool, but that's all it is. It just looks cool. That is it. It doesn't play well at all. Like, there's a new maybe button, but undo/new game, you can't break conventions like that. It doesn't work. It's never been undo/new game. Yes, no, sound, and skip. Hopefully I get this to show up on camera and have the audio picked up on the microphone. Yeah, it's like a watered down version of the original AI's sound font, and I don't like it. Not that it was classic, just like I don't like the AI itself. For those of you who are wondering, don't buy this one. Period. It was a nightmare to find, and it was a waste of my money. It will always be known as a waste of my money. It sucks. It claims that it's smarter than you. That's false advertising. This thing is dumb. Like, especially if you do skip, it'll keep asking the same question over and over again. And sometimes if you like answer like with yes or no, or whatever, it'll ask you the same question over and over. Don't bother with this one. And what's really sad is that this game was made to celebrate 20Q's 30th anniversary. Yeah, you're off to a really freaking start. TCG Toys, I think. Some sources say TCG Toys. This one says Irwin. Whatever. I don't care. But yeah, you're off to a really great freaking start. Nice way to celebrate an artificial intelligence 30th anniversary. Seriously. So, in closing, what are my God, what are my recommendations overall? I have a few recommendations actually. Speaking as a 20Q enthusiast, either the 3.0, this one if you can find it, which that reminds me, the original 20Q 1.0 is very defective. I'm not making this up. I had one myself, and I was wondering what happened to it. Like on the originals, half of the stream will just like die on you. It's very defective, and it's telling when this one came out. Was it 24? Was it 2004? I forget. I'm trying to find it. Dude, this camera sucks. $2005. So they improved it. Don't bother with the 2003. Neither the original or the reprint. Go and get this one. This one is a much better intro to the artificial intelligence. Although, if you want to go in, I guess, blind, again, probably either the 3.0 or definitely the next generation. If you have like bad eyesight like yours truly, I'd say go for 20Q big screen. It does have this glitch where if it tries to like guess again, the words "I will guess again" will like cut off for like one frame, but it's fully functional otherwise. Unfortunately though, with 20Q next generation, especially the Mega Screen Edition, which is the one that I have, Mega Screen Editions, well, Technosaurus 20Qs in general tend to be very hard to find for some reason. The most notorious one to find is the blue one, be it regular or Mega Screen. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. No, seriously, in closing, I recommend either 2.0, Gold 1.0, Big Screen 3.0, or definitely next generation. Because this thing is an abomination and disgrace to 20Q property. I hate it. I didn't think it was going to be that bad because they advertised it, oh, still smarter than you. No, that was false advertising. I don't like that crap. So, yeah, speaking safely as an enthusiast, I thought that I'd point this out for anyone who wants to get into 20Q. Most notably, Sterling Andrews wants to get into those, I believe. Because Sterling Andrews wants to get back into electronic gaming again, so that's why I made this video for him. Hope you like it, buddy. Well, yeah, if I point out the ones that you should stay away from, the ones that you should buy. For anyone really, not just Sterling, but for anyone who wants to get into like the 20Q series. And with that being said, this is Earthworm Joe 94 signing out.